What are we missing out on by being right?
Besides community? You can't build a community if everybody has to think the same thing. So I think what we're missing out on is the appreciation that we have the opportunity to have for the diversity of everything. The guy who does my nails for me every 2 weeks is Vietnamese.
Are they good right now?
They are real good, look. Good, huh?
Right.
Well, what's best about them is the relationship between me and the Vietnamese man who makes them look like this for me every 2 weeks. And what I've learned from him is we have so much, it's our responsibility to be grateful and happy. And what I've learned from him is respect for my elders, because that's a cultural way of seeing the world for his culture. And what I've learned from him is that when I'm running late, he says, it's all good. And when somebody else is late, he tells them it's all good. And when I say, oh my gosh, I have to leave town, I got to sign books, my hands are going to look terrible, can you work me in? He says, sure I can. Hands are important. And you know, hands aren't important, but they're important to me, right? It's like, if you can't hear and make space for what's important to other people, then how are we going to be in ministry with one another and to one another? So he teaches me all the time. And I just listen. And that's such a nice break from being on a stage telling people what I think. You know, what about what everybody else thinks? So we're back to why I feel lonely, I think. Because so much of the time I'm offering what I believe is mine to talk about and offer, because I believe it'll make the world a better place. But the distance between getting to be with the same people every week and being with different people to every city, in every city that I go to, is sometimes very not just lonely, but isolating, maybe. So maybe the reason I want to talk about community and relationships when I teach is because that's what I miss when I'm teaching. And I'm relational by nature, so that's kind of an extra gift that comes with my personality. And I find that people respond to kindness and they respond to me. So maybe I'm teaching other people to be relational with people you're never going to see again. I don't know. I just know that to be part of a larger community, I have to draw on what I've learned from being part of a smaller community. In our family, there are 19 of us now. 19. And we range in age from 7 months to 71. And in our community, we use a line from an old Bob Dylan song, and it is, "How are we going to keep each other forgiven and free?" And we work stuff out, and we don't let things fester, and we make everybody get along. It's like a family rule. Figure it out and get back to the table. And I don't ever want to presume to speak for God or God's angels or God's representatives, but it feels in my heart like God wants to look at us and say, figure it out and get back to the table. And somehow we've missed that part of the journey. So we're not figuring things out. We are divided and entitled and sure we're right. People are so sure that they're right, and my question is, what if you're wrong?
What's the first step back to the table?
Not believing you're right about everything, being open-minded, and having space for the way other people see.